So you decided to go and visit the drug factory to, well, disruption was the main aim, I think, with a plan to blow up the monorail and maybe steal jelly milk off of the train and some other things. You got on the monorail to go across and cut through the sort of back way. You survived a rather crude ambush with some little puppy razor dogs. I think three of them were left bleeding on the floor and one managed to escape. But you went through those pretty easy. And here we are at the factory itself. So we've got Aidan and Eric up the top there by that disused pipe. And we've got the other three of you are a couple of blocks sort of to the south, just before that monorail hits the junction. And I don't know if you'd actually started planting explosives or anything else yet, but I think that was the plan.
I think we'd planted, hadn't we? And we're on our way to meet to go around when you said that was that I think Aidan had picked up on these television cameras that he tucked into that somebody was having a rampage inside.
So Aidan and Eric managed to tap into the CCTV system. And here are some of the things they see. I shall describe each of these. Then you'll have a short amount of time for any questions, and then something else is going to happen. So, one of the camera feeds, the top left corner there, shows a lab. What you can't see in the picture, but you can see in real life kind of thing, that is surrounded by a clear plexiglass dome. The dome is filling up with a horrible greenish gas, and the people inside the dome are choking. Some of them are laying on the floor, some of them are banging on the glass. However, there is a large crack in that glass as well, and it looks as though some of that gas is seeping out into the facility itself. So that's the first thing. Over on the right, we have the monorail and a platform. And as you can see, that's empty. There's not much happening there. Below that, to the left, we have a sort of loading bay. Now, there is some activity here. It looks like a sort of robot packing center. So there's a conveyor belt and there's robots packing crates and this kind of stuff in there. There's some activity there. And then the last one looks like some sort of control room where this person, this character, has just come in and he is shooting the people working in the control room. So that is what you see. Any questions?
Do we all see this, or is it just the two of them that are tapped in?
It's the two who are tapped in. You're in comms. You got your comms in, so they can be describing this.
Has the train left?
Was there one due to be in the station already, or was it due to arrive?
You wouldn't know that.
We just knew that there was something. There was going to be a delivery coming out. We were just going to tip the monorail over, mainly because Al wanted to blow something up.
I was very disappointed.
Well, you're still going to get to blow it up anyway. You might as well.
Well, there's no point blowing it up if it's getting shot to pieces.
Well, no, but this is the monorail. If it's on its way out, let's see if it whizzes by. It may be en route.
Well, am I blowing this train or am I blowing this track up?
Yeah, it seems to waste it. It's all going to cause disruption, isn't it? And
I still would.
I don't think you need to tell Al twice.
And they're going to blame the guy inside that's shooting the place up now.
So is this guy seems to be executing? Are there corpses on the floor?
Hopefully.
He's wearing an orange jumpsuit. Well, I mean, it's black and white, but a light-coloured jumpsuit. You can see what the other techs are wearing in there. They've got the full sort of chem lab outfits on, or the white coats. And he's wearing...
Does he have any logos or anything on him?
Doesn't look like him from here, no. You can't really see too much about him, but...
It's not Hobbs, is it?
No, you're pretty sure it's not Hobbs. And he's basically executing people with a pistol.
He's disrupting. He's doing what we were going in to do.
It's at that point that the feed is cut.
The feed's been cut. Do I still have access to the network?
Yes, you can do that. Yeah.
Okay. So it's just the cameras have been disrupted then.
Yep.
Was the guy in full hazmat, or was he effectively? Did he have a helmet on, basically?
No, he was just wearing like an orange jumpsuit, and possibly he had some sort of breathing apparatus, but it wasn't over his face. It was like round his neck.
Wasn't around his face at the time. Okay.
Yeah.
The green liquid you saw come out, did it look like it was something that he'd caused to happen?
Who can say? Who can say?
Hard to know.
It's basically filling that chem dome at number 3, but as I said, you can see before the monitor was cut that there was a crack, so gas is possibly escaping out of the chem dome as well,
And possibly into the atmosphere.
certainly into the air conditioning.
Yeah, well, we've got some kind of breathing, but we don't know what else is going on there. I say we blow the track and have an early night. Go home.
He seems to have done our job for us.
Yeah, we might as well blow the track. Or do you think that the explosives will be okay and perhaps not discovered for a little while?
I've already put the timer on.
Oh, well, let's go then.
Yep. Are we going home or are we going to the facility?
I think we'd perhaps go somewhere around the front gate area and see who comes out.
If I've still got access to the network, do I have any option to activate any like HVAC systems or anything to try and clear that gas from the chem dome?
In a word, no, not from here. Well, you could maybe get into the aircon system, though I don't know how computerized that would be. But even so, that wouldn't stop the gas escaping out into the general atmosphere.
Yeah, because that's what I'm a bit sort of worried about, is if, depending on how long that takes to shut down, we don't know what that gas is and the long-term effects of it.
And you are on a space station.
Exactly.
Can you access the remote towers, the machine guns, and turn them inwards and just have a little play?
Yes, I was thinking that as well.
Would I have access to that?
Give me a roll. Tell me what you get.
There we go. Just rolled. Got an 18.
Okay, yeah. So you can hack into the turrets. So there's 2 covering the monorail exit, and there's 2 covering the main entrance at 1, just on the bottom perimeter there.
Oh, yeah, I was sort of thinking, first of all, seeing the ones that are covering the monorail, if I could set them to motion so they shoot up any of the monorail when it shows up anyway.
Aidan, if you do get in, can you get the guns to shoot each other? Because that'll wreck up their defences.
Have they got a camera or some kind of sensor suite on board? Could you get eyes on the facility through that?
That was going to be my next question, is do I have the ability to see what they're seeing as well?
All the cameras are down.
All the cameras are down.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have any motion-activated sensors that I can trip for the monorail ones?
They might have motion-activated sensors. They probably would also have a sort of non-interference thing, so they can't fire into the other turret, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's sort of like an IFF type thing.
They'll be limited in range. So they'll mostly be facing outwards, but you could probably turn them sort of 180 to fire inwards. They probably wouldn't go any further than that, because then they're firing across each other, sort of thing.
Yeah, I'll definitely set the monorail ones to pick up any movement and open up. As for the sort of ones around the sort of main entrance, maybe just try and fry the software that's on them so they don't operate.
Well, hang on, Aidan. We're not likely to be going in. Just turn them and just let them cause havoc. Whoever's trying to get out then has got to dodge them.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I'll do that then.
Just
I'll set them.
Swing them all 180 so they're all just shooting up inside.
Yeah, 180 then. Set to target any movement.
Okay, so you're going to be hitting the sort of reception area there and hitting the chem dome with the green gas in it, and the other one is going to be hitting the monorail area and possibly reaching up to those tanks on the right-hand side. Okay.
Okay.
And then start getting out there and let's get safe.
Yeah, I'd make a hasty retreat in case that's explosive.
What's your timer setting on your thing there? How long have we got, or how long have you got?
I can't remember what we'd agreed, but you wouldn't have changed it. It was a few minutes, wasn't it? I think it was going to be enough time.
Yeah, it was about 5 at the most, I thought.
Yeah.
Which was for us to get out the range, out the blast range at least, and a bit further.
And are you heading up to the factory once the timer is set?
Yes.
No,
Oh no.
Are you going?
Disagree?
No, I'm going to backtrack the way we came in.
We can't leave Aidan and Eric behind.
Well, we're not leaving them behind. If they work their way round and come out the same way, we'll just move a little bit slower.
Well, our original plan was to go and meet them there.
Was to meet them there and go in and then come out again.
All right, Aidan, do you think you can make it out?
Well, we're on comms, so we can obviously make a new point. If we haven't encountered any resistance, we can take a long way round.
You can always go straight to the sewer and come out that way.
Okay, so Angel and Eric are going to start moving. So you're going to set the turrets off, then you're going to start moving around to we'll call that the south, down at the bottom.
Yeah.
And the other two, they're a couple of blocks away. They're going to shift another block or so across and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll sort of try and rendezvous with them sort of along the route sort of thing that they're taking as well.
All right, so...
But Aidan, don't walk into the explosion.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mistake you only make once.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's what I say. What was the timer?
5 minutes.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah. They're not going to reach it in 5 minutes unless they're at absolute sprint, and even then, so...
Yeah.
And yeah, unless they follow the monorail, then they'll be safe on that anyway.
I think knowing that it's going to blow, we're not going to follow directly underneath the monorail, so...
Yeah. Which is a shame because it's a good source of cover. So, TikTok, you three make your escape, so to speak. You put some distance between you and the monorail. Eric and Aidan start moving, and you hear the chatter of machine guns as the turrets go into action. Now, one thing you might see, because I assume as you're going around the edge of the plant, you're going to be keeping an eye on things inside, is when you look over at the chem dome building, it's now got some holes in it, and there is green gas coming out of those holes.
We're on a space station. They can seal. As long as we get out of the area, they can seal it and vent it to space.
Yeah, we pay space taxes so they can sort out stuff like this.
Yeah. We just need to get out of the area that they're likely to vent.
Okay.
Remember where we got ambushed at the wheelie bins, Aidan?
Yeah.
We'll rendezvous there. We'll wait for you. Wait for you to catch up because you won't be that far behind.
All right, we'll rendezvous there then.
It should be out of the blast, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little way off. You're not going to see anything that's going on. Okay, all right. So you're not waiting around to see the results of your explosion or anything else?
No, we're clearing out.
You'll hear it.
No. that was a confident charge. I don't need to wait around and see it.
Yeah, that one's gone.
Yeah, we'll hear it.
The only thing is, did we need to get a sample of it?
I think that ship has sailed. I don't think we want to get involved in whatever was going on there.
All right.
One guy has walked in to a place which we know is quite secure with machine gun turrets and apparently killed everyone. I think we leave him to it.
Yeah, I think he might even be a Bratva employee that they've sent in to clean up.
I think that's a good bet.
Quite possibly.
Okay, so your last sight of the plant for Aidan and Eric as they move off is of an increasing amount of green gas escaping out of the chem dome building. The turrets will stop probably after a minute or so if they're firing off X rounds a second. You know, these aren't military installations as such, so they've probably only got enough for a few short bursts in them. So you hear the machine gunning stop after a few minutes.
I'm just having that image from Aliens with the count of the guns just going down.
Yeah. And then you are away from the factory.
I think we make our way out the area and back to the boarding house via the secure routes. Back on the monorail and back to the station.
Mm-hmm.
I think the monorail might be down.
Might be down, yeah, we might have to walk. Exercise will do us good.
Okay, so you can make it out of the area back to the station, no problems, and from there back to the guest house. As you are doing so, you are hearing a lot of sirens, alarms, that kind of thing going off.
Yeah.
So that will be the fire department effectively responding on force, probably, because they'll want to get the gas under control at least.
Yeah, well, there's danger if there's any fires or anything, but yeah, let's not go straight back to the boarding house. We'll take a wibbly wobbly route and perhaps slip in a bar or two.
Well, we're sort of afternoonish time, I think, aren't we? Because you came across here in the morning.
It's night somewhere.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. We're having a beer.
Yep. Because we've been on a pub crawl all night.
Okay. Do you want to go to Maury's then? Maury's Bar and Grill, perhaps?
Yeah, it's a Murray Barnes. Maybe drop in for some of that mooshu on the way home.
Yes, dim sum, always good.
Some dim sum
Yep.
on the way home. Just make it look as if we've been out.
I'm not really a fan of Asian food, so I'll probably find somewhere else to eat.
Have you not tried this?
Oh, you trust that? They probably do chicken and chips. They all do.
No, it's strictly dim sum.
You've got to give it a try, Aidan. It's really good.
I don't like dim sums.
You get free alcohol as well. You get free sake or rice wine with it if you order the main course.
He doesn't want to be drugged like us and addicted. It's good stuff.
Okay, so by the time you get to the bar, everyone's glued to the TV.
Why, something happened?
Copper Lane, they're trying to evacuate it. Absolute chaos.
I'll find one of the patrons glued to the TV and just sign up and say, "Hey, what's all this then?"
Well, I don't know. There seems to be some sort of chemical leak or something has gone on out on Copper Lane, and they're trying to evacuate the area, and they don't know what's happening with the estates yet and all that. If it's coming across towards the estates, you know, it's going to be absolute mayhem.
We got what chemicals have they got on Copper Lane? I thought that was all. They just keep it in Copper Lane.
But it's not going to be restricted by the wind, is it? Because there's no wind in here. Can't they blow it whatever way they want?
I'm a docker. What the fuck do I know?
Was it just news about the chemical leak?
There's some other strange reports coming out as well of people being attacked, like emergency workers who are going in. Obviously, they're all masked up as this stuff is coming out, but there are reports of some of them being attacked by people.
Oh, I'm going to nudge Al. Sounds like one of them zombie movies, doesn't it?
That's a load of nonsense. That's just sci-fi nonsense, Todd.
But we're living the sci-fi dream.
You're on the sci-fi dream.
Prospero's dream.
Yes. And in fact, at one point, there is a news flash. It's one of those, this is real found footage handycam stuff of fire personnel, and there's a lot of shouting going on and lights flashing and all that. Then off camera, there's some screams, and the camera pans around very quickly, and it's very difficult to make out exactly what's happening. But it looks like there's about 6 or 7 or 8 people rushing at the emergency workers and seem to be attacking them. And as the person with the camera tries to get closer, a distorted, very oddly coloured face, boom, just jumps right up in front of the camera. Then it's knocked to the side and the feed goes.
Jump scare skull.
I think we should go home.
I think we might be better at the boarding house. Yeah, perhaps.
Okay, back to the boarding house.
Yep. Let's get this feed on our TV if we can.
I'm thinking we don't want to be near the gas.
How far are we from the spaceport area?
Or at least a different section of the station.
Oh, I'm thinking of the nice big section that's outside the station called space.
You might remember there is a blockade on at the moment.
Thinking of panic, we could get ourselves off if we need to.
There's always a way.
So there we are. The factory was at J. You went across to I to get the metro back to G, Hassani's corner, and you are now at the guest house A.
Well, that's quite a big bit. That's a lot of zombies.
So we've blown up J, that's gone. Cross that out. Or tick that off.
If they're evacuating Copper Lane,
Well, it's going to come across Razor Dogs first, isn't it?
Yeah, the Razor Dogs will fight them off.
Yep. So you D, E, and F. You've got the three big estates there. They're that's the Razor Dog estates, and then
Who are the posh ones?
posh ones. There's no posh ones
The
here.
posh estate.
Well, none of them. None of them. C is the carry, which seems to be its own little thing, with the pig farms and abattoirs and all that stuff.
be interesting to see what this gas does to the pigs.
So we're at A.
Do we have rebreathers and like masks, breathing equipment?
Yeah, you got some basic breathing equipment. Yeah, Skinner kitted you out with some stuff. Yeah.
Because we took that with us, didn't we?
Let's make sure that's ready to go. Looking at the live feed, how bad does this seem? Does it look like there's any kind of control over it?
Fucking awful, in a word or two words.
So no.
With sort of like military or police presence on the station, what sort of response could that estate expect?
Liquidation, probably.
I'm just looking. You see down from the sea there, Al, where you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks with nothing in.
Yeah.
Yeah, blowing them buildings up and making like a fire break so we could see the zombies coming. Or is that going a bit too far?
I don't think I've got the firepower.
They're estates. Each of those blocks is an estate of several blocks of flats.
Yeah, I left my artillery regiment at home, unfortunately, Todd.
Well, did you not bring the pocket tac nuke?
No, afraid. Just the one. I think we'll need a few.
Just go and kill 25 zombies, get a kill streak.
Where's the casino? M.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just thinking it might be a good time to go and raid the casino. They're busy.
You're already planning to abandon ship, Todd?
Well, I don't think we want to be in... I assume each section of the station can be essentially locked down.
To an extent. So they certainly will have shut the metro by now.
Yeah, so we won't get out.
Tempest are coming in again as you watch the feed. So Tempest, you've got SFPD, so they're the boots on the ground, so to speak. Tempest are the private security outfit that run everything that the SFPD doesn't. They're military police, basically. They're more like a mercenary outfit. Like, is it Black Rock or something like that? You know.
Do they tend to be loaded for bear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're going to go in quite heavy-handed then, but probably not necessarily the smartest bunch.
They won't be taking prisoners or people for interview. They won't be making arrests, put it that way.
So I'm thinking we probably want to hunker down, at least for the moment, at the
boarding house, I'd say.
At the boarding house.
Yeah, I agree.
Barricade the windows. If we're dealing with zombies.
I think we get this place fortified a little bit. And if we can make the windows airtight. Was this gas, Aidan, when you were looking at this gas, was it going up or down? Is it heavier or lighter than air?
What would I have sort of seen on the camera? Would it have been...
It was going up and out.
Up and out, so really we want to probably stay close to the ground then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fortifies ourselves in here for a bit. We've got a bit. Well, I was just thinking the casino, not for actually raiding, but is Bratful Run.
Yeah.
And if we get ourselves in a bit of a lock-in and help them out a little bit, we've assisted the Bratva in a way.
We could position ourselves in such a way, yeah.
Casinos aren't famed for keeping people out, so it would be difficult to secure.
There's a lot of slot machines, though, to occupy the zombies, keep them busy.
Assuming they go for noise.
Hey, we don't know that they're dead, Todd.
If they come near us, they're going to be.
Well, that goes without saying.
Well, you're the military, Al. I think we barricade ourselves in and you do a weapons and ammo check and see what we've got.
I think this is the best place. Mrs. Kane knows what she's doing. This place is pretty secure. I think we tell her to lock down, and then we figure out what we've got in terms of guns and ammo.
And we've got at least 3 stories and a roof, haven't we?
Yep, that's levels of defense.
Yep. So,
Well, she agrees with your assessment. She's going into full. I mean, she's ahead of you anyway. She's going into full lockdown. Whoever's in is in. Whoever is out is out. Some of the tenants they're out working. Some of them are in. So it's going to be a case of
I'm going to go to the roof and sort of see if I can see where the green gas is, and just see if I can get a general idea on where the chaos is from lights, noise, whatever.
So looking across to the east, in effect, as we'll call it, you can detect a faint green haze in the distance. You can sort of see those 3 estates. They'll sort of block your line of sight across any further, and you can hear shouting, screaming, gunshots, sirens, machine guns, probably a small explosion or two. And you notice looking down below, there's people everywhere just running.
So at least sort of like people stampeding at the moment, it's reaching where we are. So yeah, okay, I'll go down and sort of just relay what I've seen, just sort of to give people an idea on how bad the chaos is at the moment.
Mhm.
How many people are locked in with us?
What are we on a Monday afternoon? Most people are going to be at work. So it will be Danya from the Razor Dogs, Mrs. K, Jazz and Siena, and that will probably be pretty much it.
what about the 2 girls from the casino?
The 2 girls from the casino aren't there, and the 3 dock workers are not in either.
That's good. The rations will go further.
Less people to eat.
Yep.
I'm going to ask Mrs. K if she has any firearms secreted away.
She says yes.
I think it's time to get them out. Let's get a proper count of what we've got in terms of firepower and ammunition.
She knows what she's got, and that's all you need to know, she says.
I mean, Al's probably bought a bit of firepower. I don't know how much he would have got on.
Todd would take out both of his extendable batons, show them to Al. I've got these. I'm going to flick them both open and then join them together into a staff. I'm going back up on the roof. I'm going to knock things off if they try and climb up.
Okay. You can, there's probably some binoculars kind of stuff and that sort of thing floating around somewhere. And you say you obviously you got your TVs going or what's on your streaming services and all that sort of stuff.
We've got some small cameras as well, haven't we?
Yes. And there'll be some drone footage coming in. Now this is official, not official, because it's probably Tempest drones, and it wouldn't be something they've put out, but the likelihood is that someone's
hacked the feed.
Someone's leaking this. So you get a sort of panoramic view of the 3 big estates there, and beyond that there's a cloud of green vapor and a line of Tempest, let's call them soldiers for the moment, trying to hold back a crowd of those. These we'll call them zombies. I mean, that will do as a generic term. Whether they're actual zombies or not is something else.
Feral humans.
Yeah, they don't look well. They're not rotting as such. They look humans, but their skin is either blue or green or red, quite vivid. And some of them are frothing at the mouth. They all look absolutely psycho. When they see a person, they're just charging at them. And there's nothing subtle. They're just trying to grab and bite and hit, that kind of thing.
Is it a bit like World War Z?
It's a bit like World War Z, yes.
The way that they're...
Are they attacking each other?
Not really, no. There doesn't seem to be any plan of attack either. You get the idea that this is not an intelligent group.
It's a horde.
It's a classic horde.
Yeah. Let's get the lights off and just make sure all the windows are blocked. Make this place look empty.
I'm going to put a couple of our cameras on the vulnerable points on the roof because I know that I can climb out and go across the roofs because I've done it. That's my way out. So that route, I'm going to put a couple of cameras. So if I know it, somebody else might know it to try and get in at us. So we'll get a bit of warning.
Okay. You do hear some gunshots and glass smashing from the surrounding streets.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the looting has already begun.
Oh, might want to get in on some of that.
Naturally.
Yeah, is there any good loot in there?
What were the shops? Really good shops.
A casino is probably the best place to loot if you're going to loot anywhere.
As I suspect that they've probably got their own little security set up there to stop that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more liquor.
Yeah, if we're going to be locked in.
And you do notice, looking down at the crowds, so there's local people and there's people who look less local. And there's certainly here and there you spot people who look like razor dogs. And again, there's no real rhyme or reason in what they're doing. They're just getting away. And fights are breaking out and, you know, all that kind of thing. Panic. Panic at the disco.
Would you say it looks pretty disrupted down there?
I'd say it looks disrupted with a capital D and an exclamation mark.
As Mrs. K heard from Maeve, that is the SFPD contact, isn't it?
Well, she did call her and Maeve just said, I'm okay, gotta go.
She didn't say where she was in case she needed rescuing.
No.
What about I forget his name, but the one that supplied us with all the gear for this? Have we heard anything from Skinner? Have we heard anything from Skinner?
No, you know, generally is either at Morris or at his own place, the Narrow Valley, down at N there.
I think he's more than capable of looking after himself.
And if anything, we probably owe him money, so if he goes under...
Yeah, he's no great loss to us.
No, but I'm just wondering if we'd heard anything, that's all.
But Maeve's been quite nice and helpful. I'll quite happily go and pluck her out of trouble if she gets in any. Oh, Todd's really tempted to go for a little wander, you know.
Todd, stay.
Do we have rope that we can tie him to a chair if we need to? Because this is a classic guy that goes off, loots somewhere, gets bitten, comes back and tries to infect us all.
Let me in, it's Todd.
No. Aidan, to keep control of Todd, what you need to do, we need a safe. And just tell him there's something good in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, make him a challenge to go find the guns that Mrs. K has got hidden somewhere.
I'll tell him I locked a gun in the safe and that'll keep him busy.
For 5 minutes, depending on the quality of the safe.
You do notice Mrs. K and her team are all going around armed now. They've got sidearms at the ready.
Good. Can I make sure with Mrs. K that we're on the same page? Like, this is a lockdown. You don't come in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, this place is already a safe, secure house, right? So, you know, she's invoked Protocol B, you know.
I suspect she's got some big steel shutters that come down on 2 or 3 of the floors. Especially the ground.
With the drones flying around, is there any chance I could get access to any of the feeds? Get a sort of live feeder? I'm thinking sort of something lower security, maybe an SFPD drone or something.
SFPD, or there'll be amateur droners. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's going to be a streamer or two somewhere, you know. Putting.
I was going to say, can I see any drones flying around on the roof
Yes,
from where I am?
yes.
Are they far away? I'll tell Ada, but come up here and do a line of sight or something.
Yeah.
Aidan and Eric can both be putting their minds to that. Let's do an advantage roll for Aidan. So 2 rolls, pick your best. And I'll do the same for Eric as well.
88 and 68 have failed on both.
Okay, Eric makes it. He gets into, this is a social media streamer, so pretty easy to hack into. And they're pushing a drone to the limit of where they can. Obviously, Tempest is trying to take control of the airspace as well. And really, it just backs up what you saw before. Tempest sort of holding the line just on the other side of the estates.
With that drone, can we see the dome?
No. I mean, you might be able to try. I don't know if you can want to take control of it, possibly.
If they're already pushing the range of it, and with Tempest controlling the airspace, I think we'd just lose the drone. So I think just sort of leave it flying around for the moment in their control.
Do you want to steal a couple of drones? Back in, flying back. Al could tie some explosives to the bottom of them.
Ooh, I could.
That's not a bad shout, actually. Yeah, with that suggestion, we'll see if we can fly a couple of them back.
Let's see how many we can steal and fly back.
Well, we don't want to make it too obvious that we're nicking drones out of the sky, but maybe see if we can nab one or two.
Drones will have GPS on them, you know.
Only until we take it out.
Yeah, we'll have that out as soon as it lands.
All right, give us another roll then. We'll have another advantage if you want to spend the next hour or so trying that. Makes a change from centipedes, I suppose.
No, failed both again.
Eric sort of gets one a bit, but then loses it on the way back. So no luck there.
No, worth a try.
Mm-hmm. Mrs. K has heard from the girls. They're locked in at the casino. She hasn't heard from the dock workers. She doesn't know where they are.
How do things look at the casino?
Yeah, did they give any hints of what the security was like? Are they well protected?
It's Bratva, so yeah, it's going to be
They're safe.
You know, I mean, the building itself is not going to be probably as well fortified as the one you're in, but it's secure in terms of people would have a hard time getting in without getting shot.
Yeah, and I think they'll probably be left alone by Tempest.
I think for the moment, I think all we can do is sort of wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I'll come up. Have we got some beers?
Gonna watch the show from the roof.
I'll get an ice box, bring some beers, a bowl of popcorn.
I was going to say, we got any popcorn?
Yeah, bring some beers up.
This goes on. I mean, if you're going to stay up on the roof overnight or all night or whatever you're going to do.
I'm gonna take a bit of time to get a go bag ready.
Okay.
Rucksack.
All right.
A bug out bag just in case we have to move quick.
Again, given your training and the fact that you're special ops and all that, you're all going to have a grab bag. There'll be a grab bag ready with some ammo in and some MREs, some food and stuff. Yeah,
the important documents.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically you watch the show as they keep the lights on overnight. They don't dim for the night cycle, but still you get the shots, the shouting. The streets have quietened down a bit because there's quite a lot of Tempest patrols out. And you do notice in one or two places, some people are put into vehicles, and with other people, there are the reports of gunshots, and Tempest move on.
Does it look like the green cloud's spreading, or is it sort of mostly holding?
It seems to be holding, because I say, luckily in here you haven't got wind as such, but you have got the gravitational spin of the place.
So it's mostly contained to an area then?
Yes, for the moment. There's a curfew that's been announced as well.
Well, if Mrs. K had a lot of desk fans, we'd put them along the edge of the roof. I think that works. Did she have a rifle with a sight on or anything?
She probably has.
We could get a bit of practice here now.
Could do.
You're not shooting people from my rooftop.
Not yet.
No, not people.
You're not shooting from my rooftop. That's the sort of thing that draws attention.
It does, yes.
You're right. We'll go over the road.
In fact, you will even get at one point there will be a drone come over. It's skimming across the roofs, and it pauses above you.
We'll wave beers at it.
Yeah,
we're all right. Cheers.
Okay, well, that drone goes off and another one returns that has a little loudspeaker on it, and it says, "Vacate the roof. Vacate the roof. This is your final warning."
Okay. Boo.
Who's going to lob the bottle at it?
You're not trying to hack it while it's there, while it's close.
Given that it's looking at us, if it's got a human controller, that's going to look a bit suspicious.
We'll go with lots of booing and slinking off.
So you can, I mean, this is of imagine like this here, right? This is 24/7 on every news channel.
Yeah.
What is the news actually sort of saying about it?
Well, reports are still somewhat confused. There's because the thing is out there's no one around, right? Which works to your advantage in a sense. So the first people know about this is this green gas starts drifting across the neighbouring junkyards and estates and all that sort of thing, and people start acting a bit funny. So it's going to take them a while even to pin down the source at the moment. No one knows the source. No one knows exactly what this gas is. They've got chemists in now, are going to be working on it. Can they neutralize it and all the rest of it? But there's a lot of speculation. Is this the Stratemeyer Corporation? Is it something to do with the blockade? Is it the people from Doptown as the rebellion started from there? Terrorist attack. There's loads of speculation. Is it some sort of space virus that's been brought in on a ship?
I was going to say this sounds like a chance to do some online trolling.
I think it's time to start using some of the accounts we were using for disinformation before. And,
Yeah.
I've just joined in with some of the accounts that we set up before.
Maybe drop a couple of hints as well on there about the green gas coming from the dome. Oh, I saw this just before it happened, but with one of the accounts sort of thing. Just something just to have something to perhaps speed them up the idea that they can get it under control or something.
Who's the next gang over on the other side of the Razor Dogs?
On the other side of the Razor Dog, there's no gang. There, you're across to the spaceport. Basically, you've got all your docks and warehouses and all that.
So that's the Razor Dogs are the sort of the outskirts then.
Yes, you're out on the edge here.
Yeah.
This is the further round you go clockwise, the posher it gets.
Yeah, just do some online trolling. Maybe put a bit of accurate information in there about the dome. Make sort of things up about space zombies and that, just to mess with them.
Might drop it a little bit. Actually, let's drop in the Bratva name a couple of times with possible links.
Ooh.
And let people take it from there. Let's get the big boys involved. Yeah, so something like, right, looks like, Bratva cleaning house, eh?
Okay. Well, there's a tide of stuff on social media, as you can imagine. So, you can put stuff up. It's probably going to go, I wouldn't say unnoticed, but...
If the right people have got the right scanners looking for the right keywords.
It's going to be dime a dozen.
Yeah. But for your general populace, then everyone's going to have their own theory.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to rile up the Bratva themselves.
Yeah.
They may be the ones that perhaps have some kind of word scanning and pick up phrases, then look a bit deeper.
You will notice probably at some point with all the feeds and everything that's going on, there's a sort of Tempest temporary command center been set up in one of the estates, which in itself is a thing because the command center will need security itself. They probably will have emptied out the nearest blocks of flats. And you might catch, it is one of those guys who's sort of on the edge of the frame, on the edge of the picture, but definitely a guy in a suit, Bratva type, at the...
Looks out of place.
Yeah, at the temp. Everyone else has got the BDUs on and the body armor and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a guy in the suit. There, you catch him, you clock him.
So probably got Tempest in their pocket as well.
Yeah, that'll be fairly well known. Yeah, the Tempest are the work for the Bratva. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not that.
And you'll have the head of the SFPD come on and make the usual statement about, once we find who is responsible, etc., and tries to cut down on any speculation. It's too early to say. People need to remain calm, stay in their homes, all that kind of thing, the usual official stuff.
Well, some things like, They've started eating the dogs. Something maybe along the lines of, I see Tempest, the Bratva lapdogs are out there cleaning up the Bratva mess again.
Maybe on one of the accounts, if we've got a picture of the guy on this feed, if he was right on the edge, maybe sort of put something on there with a red ring going, "Who's this guy?
Yeah. Does anybody know this
Was he
man?
behind it? Why is he so out of place?" Sort of start the conspiracy theories going.
He'll probably end up dead somewhere in a ditch. The Bratva will get rid of him because of being spotted.
Yeah, you can get a screenshot because these things are repeated every 20 minutes, right? Something like that.
Given that this guy just walked through the entire facility by himself, by the looks of it, I'm not too comfortable with him just walking around anyway.
Oh, that's not him.
Oh, is that not the same guy?
No, it's not him.
Okay.
No.
I thought it was.
Did you get any? Can you get any grabs of him
Well,
when you were tapped in? Were you recording when you were tapped in?
Probably weren't. No,
No, you didn't say you were.
didn't know that we needed it, but yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You're meant to try and predict these things. In this unit, Aidan, you need to be thinking 3 steps ahead. I shouldn't need to say, "Oh, get a recording of the mafia executor." Yeah, set that up, Aidan. Luckily, you haven't missed anything. So
You have Frost on your side. It was Eric before, remember, who said, "Oh, that's been given another assignment in a crowded bar."
I think we need to ring these references now
I might do that for future. Yeah.
when this comes down.
Yeah, recording would have been really good because we could have put that out there of him just wandering around executing people in the facility. That would have really stirred it up.
Hindsight 2020.
Yeah. Also, it's your insurance if it goes wrong. You don't have to give it. You keep it somewhere for yourself. That's your retirement plan.
Okay, so at some point, I presume you're going to go to bed. And when you get up the next morning, of course, all the reports are still going on. The situation seems to have been contained somewhat, but at the moment, potentially, they're looking at hundreds dead.
I'm going to go back on the roof during the daylight and have an eyeball look around.
Yeah, a few croissants, please, Mrs. K.
Okay. I think you can all take 2 stress points for your part in this, by the way.
I didn't find it very stressful at all. It was quite relaxing. Coffee and croissants on the roof then.
As I say, bring them up. In fact, she'll come up to the roof herself and have a look. The neighbourhood seems to have quietened down a lot. There's still a lot of Tempest patrols going on. Maeve has reported in, and Mrs. K said she's exhausted, but she's okay. Her team's okay, but as you can imagine, they've been operating all night. So
I hope they find whoever did this.
Yeah.
Wish her the best of luck from us, Mrs. K.
you better hope they don't.
We can see into B. B is the market, isn't it?
Yep.
I take that. That's completely dead still.
Yeah, there's still a curfew in operation. Well, there'll be like, you can go to work kind of thing if your work is open, but generally speaking, the streets are very empty.
Next to us is Morris's Bar and Grill.
How is Morris's looking?
Morris it'll be shut at the moment, I would have thought. Again, with the curfew last night, he's got no customers coming in, so he probably won't have opened up today yet. There'll be very few businesses open, maybe a couple of sort of food shops kind of thing, that's it.
Can we get him a message and see if he's still alive?
Maury, yeah, you can find him in the directory and ping him something and he'll ping back, yep, he's okay. They had a bit of trouble outside, but it was all sorted.
Go down to the Winchester and wait for this to all blow over.
The girls arrived from the casino.
So they've been let out.
Yep, they were given an escort back, effectively. And obviously that was all tied up with Tempest. So they're okay. And they just say, yeah, basically they had just started their shift when it all happened and the casino was put on lockdown, basically. So
Have they heard any news from any of the patrons? Any theories?
Well, again, take your pick.
Yeah.
Space aliens, terrorists.
Alien space terrorists.
Alien space terrorists. Stratemeyer is coming up a lot. Probably because you're in the area that is mostly full of dock workers, and Stratemeyer are currently holding some of the dock workers hostage. You may remember they've got some freight ships they're holding hostage.
Mhm.
So Stratemeyer's everyone's number one bogeyman in this area anyway.
I suppose we could buy a few boxes of donuts, take them down the police station.
Yeah.
That's an essential business if ever I've heard of one.
Okay, so the rest of the day, again, you're watching the news feeds, and we're in that sort of post stage now. There's loads of talking heads coming on, and I blame these and I blame those, and it was them, and etc. And why didn't the authorities do anything? Why didn't they foresee this happening, and all the rest of it? Word does start coming out that the source of the leak has been pinpointed as a factory in Area J, whatever they will call that. And that seems to be the center of the investigation now. And again, you'll get a drone shot, a sneaky drone shot before it's shot down by Tempest of the facility. And there's a lot of bodies around it. You don't really get to see much more than that before the drone is shut down or shot down.
Have they actually contained the leak then, from the looks of the feeds, or is it still spewing? So they've managed to shut whatever it was off. Cool. Well, if they've got the source of the leak shut down, or it's expended all of it, at least the risk of it spreading now should be minimal at worst.
There's no more gas coming out, no.
So it was a good decision not to go in, guys, and we think,
Apart from the 800 people dead, yeah.
but none of us.
Well, while that investigation's going on, they won't be able to do anything there.
We've disrupted a lot, of course. I'm wondering whether our work here is actually done.
Looks pretty disrupted down there.
So unless they can move the production elsewhere,
Yeah.
I mean, we still don't know who the guy was going around cleaning house, or why he was cleaning the house.
Maybe for the same reason that we were. They just want to shut it down and get rid of it.
He was wearing an orange jumpsuit. That's pretty much all you can determine.
Yeah, you didn't see an embroidered lizard or anything on it, did you? Chameleon.
I mean, that's not Bratva uniform, is it?
No, but if you're invading a facility, you're probably not going to be doing it in a suit, are you? You're going to... That's what I sort of asked her, was there any logos or anything, and you said it was just an orange jumpsuit.
Nothing you could see at the range he was at, and with the, it's a CCTV, cheap CCTV, so...
Is there a prison on Prospero's Dream?
Yeah, that's the other thing I was thinking of, an escaped prisoner.
Kind of. It's not a prison as such, but you get put into what is called Docktown, which is in the central part of Prospero's Dream, and that is an area that is very low on oxygen. You just get dumped in there. Escape from New York kind of situation.
Do they wear perhaps orange jumpsuits in there?
I'm just going to do a search. Who wears orange jumpsuits?
Yeah, can we ask the station AI?
Station Owl.
Yeah, I mean, we could try and see if it's a standard uniform for dock workers, prisons.
Nothing comes up there, but Aidan may have some information from his previous mission that could be relevant.
Yeah. What do you know, Aidan? Now's not the time to be keeping secrets.
He did tell you about it last time.
I mean, this would he have looked like a member of the evangelical Solarian Church or anything?
What are they known for wearing?
You mentioned that they're a group of sun worshippers.
Well, even if he was going around in an orange jumpsuit with a big lizard on it, that's exactly what we'd have done anyway, or we're going to drop evidence to frame somebody else.
Sun worship, around donating funds, able to develop.
Okay, all right. It might not be in that actual note I gave you, I think, then, but it would be something that was in your briefing before, in the ranking system, if you like, of the church is by colour. So the highest is white, then it goes down yellow, orange, red. Neophytes wear red. So basically it's like the colours of the sun as it goes up into the sky during the day.
I'll put it sort of forward that I've encountered people that use colours as a hierarchy, and this would place them possibly as a mid-level member.
What was your mission then to do with this church?
It was to find out more about them, but I think they were relatively squeaky clean as far as it goes.
Is it sort of one of the missions where you've got to join the cult and get in deep to find out more?
Yeah, I was investigating rumours of their involvement in drug trade, particularly as it relates to cyber mods. Spent most of my time sort of trying to hack in, but with virtually zero success. They have quite good cyber security.
Okay, so do dabble in the drug trade.
Yeah. Or, well, suspected.
Have they got a church on station?
Yeah, that was where I was sort of investigating it.
So what area is that in?
The farm. The church controls the area of PD known as the farm. The monastery's private. The gardens are open to the public. So they've got a sanctuary, the main chapel, the Sun Market, which is pretty much where they sell fruit, veg, and all that stuff.
Would you be able to recognise this guy again if you saw him, Aidan? Or could you actually do a photo fit drawing of him?
I probably could recognise him. As to describing him to a sketch artist, maybe.
Might be worth a shot. So then we get to have a look at him.
I don't know about you, Todd, but I'm feeling quite lost after this. I think I might need some guidance.
As Al said, maybe go and thank our blessings for surviving this ordeal.
The thing is, the other thing that Aidan will mention as well that he would have found out is you have your main ESC, but there are various offshoots as well. Like any religion, I suppose, you get the main body of the religion. Oh, this one is quite new. And then you'll get some other offshoots, which might range from people who are against all and every type of technology but a kind of live and let live, to people who are against all and any kind of technology to the point of blowing it up. You know.
That sounds like the religion for you, Al.
Does sound good.
and you get free cauliflowers and cabbages and free fruit and veg for life.
And plenty of access to fertilizer.
So they're always there's the fanatical arm, which there always is.
Paying them a visit is a good idea.
Yeah, I think just to visit the gardens, have a look around the farm.
So there is what you've got there, because again, Mrs. K will tell you, or one of the others will tell you, and it's common knowledge. There's a large market there. They've got growing fields, livestock pens, abattoirs, and it's also home to the Arni Valkea, which is the first tree grown on the Dream. So that's a huge tree grown in artificial circumstances, which is something of an object of pilgrimage for ESC devotees.
Oh, I think we should go and visit that.
Yeah, I'll pack the Cytex.
I dread to think. I thought you should say the chainsaw.
I was going to say I'll bring my chainsaw.
Might be worth paying a visit there.
But yeah, so we'd have reason to be there. With it being markets and stuff, it's not like we're dropping in on a casino or some corporate building.
Yeah.
So yeah, so a little wander around. Can Maeve get us a sketch artist? Do they have one?
No, they wouldn't, but Maeve does have some other news. There is a bulletin just come through of a group of people that the authorities are very interested in questioning, as filmed on the monorail yesterday.
I have the up. Is it a group of how many?
It's all of you, basically, wasn't it? So there are a couple of shots now. Luckily, they're quite blurry and quite grainy, and unfortunately, unlike last time, Maeve couldn't get to these beforehand because this is Tempest involved now. So it's kind of out of her hands. They're not totally recognizable as you, but she has looked at the number of people there and, put two and two together.
Is there somewhere that I can go get a haircut?
I could do that for you.
Not at the moment. Everywhere's pretty much shut still.
You want a haircut and a trim, and maybe dye your hair. I've got the disguise kits with various. I can.
I mean, if it's pretty grainy footage, I mean, doing a mix up of sort of hairstyles and that just to throw anyone off, start to grow out the facial hair, that sort of thing.
It's not likely that if you go out, people are going to point at you and go, "Oh, it's them," kind of thing.
It's not so much the general public. I'm just thinking that they might have released the lower quality stuff for
Yes.
public consumption, while they've got perhaps some better pictures to hand. So I'm just thinking anything that might slow them or throw them off.
That, and also, of course, they might be running facial recognition all the way back from arrivals at the spaceport and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, so anything to throw it off or slow it down.
Yeah.
Mrs. K is not happy when she hears about this.
Does she want us to move out? Do you want us to move out, Mrs. K?
Well, where are you going to go to?
I was thinking about joining a religion.
Well, then you definitely get a haircut then. She might suggest that you might be better off getting off the station for a little bit even.
Till it quietens down, yeah.
Because this isn't someone knocked over a jeweler's or whatever. This is the death of hundreds of people, looting, riots.
How would she suggest we do that with the lockdown?
Well, she doesn't have any ideas on that. That's, maybe you need to have a word with Skinner or something about that. Her job is to keep you safe while you're here. So, yeah, if you want to stay here, that's fine. But you're going to have to be extremely careful to the point of I wouldn't even be happy about you going out for at least a couple of weeks.
Even Todd, who goes out with a hoodie and various odd.
Todd maybe. Todd's the exception. She likes Todd. Todd's the exception.
Well, I tend to go out looking different every time.
Yeah.
I think why we've got the risk of them looking at us, we need to sort of change our looks at the very least. Might not do anything against any hard ID like our, I don't know, spaceport IDs or whatever, but if it's just general looking in the street, it's not going to sort of draw too much attention until we have to scan something.
Let's see if Skinner can get us off for a couple of weeks. That takes the heat off of her as well. Even if we stay housebound here for a couple of weeks, it only takes the wrong person to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Especially with two girls. Well, we've got 3 dock workers here, 2 girls working in the casino.
The dock workers are probably the biggest.
We know. I can't eliminate everybody that's here.
I don't think Mrs. K would be appreciative of that.
You've already killed one of the tenants. Or possibly 2. I mean, no, well, you kind of rescued one, I suppose.
The other one was an accident.
Yeah, well, the centipede got one.
And he fell over and banged his head. Now, let's see if Skinner can get a ship and get it unlocked, I can get us off. Or if he can get a ship unlocked, I can steal one. That side of it, actually flying a ship, getting a ship is not really a problem. It's the lockdown. Would they chase us?
No, I think Todd, you've got some pilot skills, haven't you?
Yeah.
But none of you are pilots as such. If you know what I mean.
No, I'm more used to just nicking it and then getting it to the chop shop.
Yeah. You can fly one kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. There might be people in people's backgrounds who could be of help here, perhaps.
Well, I know some scavengers. I don't know if they're local.
In a sense, it doesn't really matter because you go through the jump gates. So it might be 1 jump, it might be 2 or 3 jumps. I can't remember what planet you said they were on or what system, but they're probably no more than 2 jumps away. But of course, you still have then the issue there of getting to them.
We can get a ship nearby and get picked up and then make a swift retreat. It's getting out there in the first place. It's going to be the tricky part.
Yeah.
Well, all we've got to do is get to a jump gate.
If I send them a message and just make it clear, like, lads, be ready. I may need a swift getaway. Because I'm guessing they could just come into the system and pretend they're on like a little salvage run looking for something.
That way, all we need is like a little shuttle just to get us up there in orbit, or just to get us out there to them.
Yep. We don't even need a shuttle if we aim correctly.
You mean spacesuit it?
Yep. If need be.
The nearest gate is about 4 days ship away. Yeah.
But yeah, we need something that at least get us to a jump gate.
So sounds like what you need is someone with a ship.
Who was the guy? Was it Tug that was doing a mission? Who was the guy we spoke to who had got a job smuggling something in the blockade? Has he left on that job now? Or has he been delayed?
That was Tug.
Yes, because Tug is Skinner's man, isn't he? Oh. So that would be, yeah. So
When you last saw him, he was just he was actually on the way. He was leaving. He just come in to finalise some things with Skinner.
so we might have to hold out for 3 days, or we might even be back.
I think let's speak to Skinner and see if he can.
Yeah, we need to get
Yeah.
better to Skinner.
He'll say, come and meet him at the Narrow Valley. That'd be more private. Morris, is generally pretty safe, but obviously we've got no control over who is in Morris. Whereas if you come to my establishment, then you'll come in the back way and we'll bring you into the back room. So
Does he need us all to come on this one?
it's up to you.
I'll go with Todd. I mean, going on your own doesn't seem like a good idea. You should definitely go, because you're used to going unseen. But you shouldn't go on your own.
Yeah, it might not be so wise of us wandering around as a group. We might be better wandering around as, 2s, 3. I don't mind wandering around as a 1.
Has Aiden cut their hair at this point?
I would assume so, yeah.
What have you gone for?
Slabhead.
But you clean shaven before?
Yeah, so I'll start sort of growing it out.
Yeah, just let it grow out a bit. What colour was your hair?
Dark.
Dark. You can always bleach it a bit. Start to talk him through some ways of the simple disguise. Yeah, just bleach it a bit. Yeah.
I'll help whilst doing absolutely nothing to disguise himself.
What?
It's almost like he's just trying to make Aiden look in it as embarrassing as possible. He suggests bleaching one eyebrow, going for a kind of more avant-garde look that'll throw them off.
What sort of shoes do you wear? Are they like big, high combat boots?
Yeah.
So like a flat trainer or something like that. Okay, get some big combat boots. Lift yourself up a couple of inches.
Okay. Is a Hawaiian shirt going to be part of this disguise too?
No, they're still looking. They're still looking for them. Something else. Yeah, if you dress in dark clothes, just brighten yourself up a bit. Yeah, make yourself look taller if you can, or shorter, depending on shoes.
Take up smoking, because if people think you don't smoke,
Okay, I mean, it's not a great distance. He's just a few blocks down. But obviously there's a lot of tempest about at the moment still. And things are still a little unsettled.
I know where most of the cameras are, so I can avoid, or at least keeping the shadows of them. So it's...
Yep. It's more you run the risk of getting stopped by a patrol, possibly.
I've got an SFPD badge. I'm all right.
Oh, that's right. And a doctor's coat.
The doctor's coat. I'm working up to an orange jumpsuit.
Should have gone in the factory. Oh, the stuff that was in there.
or come out with a white jumpsuit. That's the top man, isn't it?
Okay. Let's say that's going to be the next day then, because Skinner's got stuff to do as well. We're going to go through to the Wednesday, unless there's anything else people particularly want to do on the Tuesday.
Lay low, basically, I think.
Mm-hmm. Any research anyone wants to do on anything?
I'm going to look a bit more into this cult, as I'm calling them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll sort of back it up with what I know already and what I've attempted to do.
Okay, I'll get you a little bit more detailed info over for that.
Especially if they're keen on people with that look like they have lots of money and were likely to donate lots of money, if it's that type of church, because I could quite happily fill that position as a con type
All right. So Wednesday comes, and you are across to the narrow valley, which is Skinner's establishment. I don't think you've never been here before. So Todd, you're going. I mean, if the three of you who are here now wanted to go, that probably wouldn't be an issue, especially if you're under Todd's guidance. Doesn't mean you all have to go as a group even. But if you space yourselves out a little bit, Todd can keep an eye on things.
Al and Aidan sort of wonder I can lead from the front, as it were.
Okay.
And if they trail my route, you'll be, avoiding what cameras we can and shadier spots of other cameras.
Yep.
And don't look up at the camera and go, "Oh, look, there's a camera."
And the nature of Skinner's establishment being what it is, cameras are not a thing there, right? Because discretion is the watchword.
And the art of avoiding the cameras is to not look like you're trying to avoid them. So when you walk past one, walk normal.
Yes.
Yeah, don't stare at it, but don't, every time you see a camera, put your head down and try and hide your face. It just looks suspicious.
Okay, so you give the secret knock on the rear entrance of the narrow valley. Fanar. And Frost lets you in and goes, "Oh, fucking hell. All right, come through."
Glad to see you as well.
Takes you into the bar, which is empty at this time of day, but Skinner is there. He's doing the owner thing. He's sat at a table in the corner with a drink and a meal in front of him, looking over some paperwork and bits and pieces. He gets you a drink from the bar or whatever you want, and then says, once you're all settled down, "Well, what can I do for you?"
We need to get off for 2 or 3 weeks, just till things cool down a bit. Take the heat off of Mrs. K.
Oh, okay. All right. Should I ask?
You can. You might not get an answer, but you can always ask.
Well, you were going to look at that factory, weren't you, last time?
Yeah, we had a look. Apparently it's gone now, though.
Okay. And all that stuff that went on, well, all right. Okay, I don't need to know. I don't need to know.
I'll send you a copy of my memoirs in a few years.
No, you're asking a lot of questions for a man in your profession.
Frost lays a hand on your shoulder and whispers in the ear, "You might want to moderate your tone, Sonny."
Who was that? Frost. I'll pat him nicely on the hand. It's okay, but I'll make sure I touch a nerve that just on a pressure point as I do it.
Okay. Well, he backs off anyway, and Skinner rolls his eyes. He says, "When you finish flirting, can we get down to business?"
Yeah, we just need off.
All right. Well, Tug's back tomorrow.
If he can get us to the jump gate, we can take it from there.
Yeah, he's going to be your best bet. There's very little else going in or out, and with this thing that has just gone on, there's even less going in and out. So, it's even more difficult. Thanks. Well, what he'll do, he can either you can come and meet Tug here, or no, I'll tell you what, come and meet Tug here. If I send him to you, then if he takes a wrong turn or he ends up at a bar or something, then God knows. Be here tomorrow. I'll let you know when he's back, and we can sort it out there and then.
Yeah, justified, and we'll be travelling light.
All right. Well, you'll be hearing from me. How's Daniel doing, by the way?
She's fine. She was locked in, safe all the way through it.
In one way, it's probably done her a favour because the razor dogs are going to be all over the place at the moment, so it'll take the heat off her if nothing else.
Yeah, they're not allowed to. Do you want us to take her off with us?
Well, you can ask her. I know she did want to get off. Well, everyone wants to get off from here, right? So it might be a good opportunity for her. Tell her to give me a call, get in touch, and if she needs some contacts made or something like that, I'll see what I can do from this end.
Okay, well, I'm happy to see her safe to wherever she wants to go. She'll be under, well, I don't know about our protection, but I'll put her under my protection.
How very reassuring, says Frost from the corner.
He's still rubbing his finger, trying to get rid of the pins and needles.
is trying to make it look as though he isn't. Okay, so meeting over. Back to the house.
Yeah, for now.
I'll make a comment saying, didn't he seem like he was being a bit nice?
Oh yeah, I don't trust him. I'd just be prepared to be handed over to somebody tomorrow when you arrive. So, secure lockpicks in hidden away places, things like that. In case you are taken. I think he may realise well, hopefully by now, with me, that if I'm not dead, he's in trouble. If he does turn us in.
Well, put it this way, you know where he is on for a large part of the time anyway. You know, this is his base of operations. You know he's at Maury's.
No, yeah,
If he was planning something like that, is kind of leaving himself quite open.
wide
Yeah,
open,
yeah.
yeah. But Todd doesn't trust anybody like that.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Okay, anything for the rest of this day or the evening?
Evening, I'll have a word with
Dunya?
if she wants to come off planet. We're happy to take her, but let Skinner know.
Yes, she does very much. She's got a possible connection, family connection, if she can get off the station and to a certain system, then that would be very helpful.
Well, we can get her off the station. Maybe not directly to the system she needs to go, but we'll make sure she gets on the right transport, or escort her to that system.
Perhaps.
Yeah, if she can get out of this system, then she can do the rest. So that'd be great.
Right, so there's just the casino job tonight. Then before we go,
We're gonna go for it.
no, there's too much heat on us,
Yeah,
and we will be coming back.
hopefully.
Well, we've got to join the church.
That is true. I am feeling pious.
I think we'll be coming back to see this tree on a pilgrimage. Maybe, in our nice red robes or something, because we're
Well, think big, Todd. What's the higher rank one?
white, I think.
I reckon we go for orange.
But, this tree's a pilgrimage, but that gives us another cover story for coming back. Yeah. We're a gang on a pilgrimage.
Yeah.
Coming to see. Not a stag party.
In Hawaiian robes.
No, I think we'll have caftans next time.
Called in a caftan.
Welcome
Nice.
as hippies. Lots of tie-dye t-shirts.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, if she wants to come off, be ready to go.
Yeah, well, she's barely got anything with her, you know.
Actually.
She's got like a case, and that's pretty much it. Mrs. K has lent her a pistol because, she trusts her with it. So that's, she can go at a moment's notice. Righty ho, let's go into Thursday then. You get a call from Skinner. 2:00. Tug's going to be at the Narrow Valley if you want to come in and see him. And whatever agreement you make with him, that's between you and him. So,
Are we likely to be going straight away?
I think we want to.
I doubt if you'll be hanging around very much.
Right, so we'll travel in little groups to get there then.
Mm-hmm. You probably won't be going straight from here now, but you're going to be likely to be,
So we'll have time to come back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough, right? Yeah, we'll be having to go straight from there.
Let's just go in the 3 that we are.
Yeah, let's just do that then.
Okay. So Tug is there. Skinner's not around. Frosty's not around. It's one of the other security lets you in, and takes you through to a table where Tug is sat with a drink in front of him. Greets you all with a cheery smile and raises his glass. And Skinner says, "You might have a job for me."
Yeah, can you get us off to the jump gate?
I can get you out to the jump gate. Where do you want to go?
Once we get to the jump gate, have I got a message out to my former crewmates?
It takes a while because messages have to go through the jump gate kind of thing. So it's, you're kind of halfway in that process. But you know which system they're in, you know which planet they're on.
So we're going to meet them at the planet rather than meet them at the jump gate, realistically.
That would be easier because then otherwise you get to the jump gate, you've got to dock ships and all that kind of thing, So
yeah, well, I'll explain that. We've got some old mates of mine. We started up a scrapping business in whatever system. I don't think I named a system, but whatever makes sense.
Okay, we'll add all that in. Yeah, no worries.
So they've run into trouble. They need some help. So we're going to go and give them a hand.
So it's basically just a passenger job. You've got no freight or anything else. I have to ask because it figures into my plans. Is there any contraband involved or anything similar?
Not from me, no.
A few firearms, that's all.
Okay, that's all fine. Well, there is a window of opportunity this evening, 2300.
That should work for us.
Works, yeah.
I've got a little arrangement with someone. Let's just put it like that. And there's a little window opens up every now and again when shifts change, that kind of thing. So, if I bung a certain amount of credits to a certain person, they look the other way and we'll be able to get out. Of course, we're not going from the main spaceport. We're going from a private spaceport.
Just tell us where and when.
Okay. And there is the small matter of payment. So he'll need 500 credits for that person. And then it'll give you a price for the rest of the job, which probably like a couple of grand, which you figure is not particularly unreasonable in the circumstances.
Have we got enough to cover it?
Not right at the moment. You can cover the 500, but remember you are a bit skint at the moment after splashing out. But certainly,
Yeah, that's awesome.
by the time you're back, your wages have come in again or whatever. So,
We can draw our wages. I don't think we've been drawing there, have we?
yeah. By the time you're there, between like five of you, it's probably like 800 credits each or something like that.
I'll slide in one of these untraceable 5 credit sticks.
All right. Well, he gives you an address. He suggests you get a cab there or something like that. Don't use public transport. When you get to the gate, ask to speak to Raymond. Tell him this is the word you need to say to him, and he'll get you through. And I'll meet you on the.
Sounds pretty simple. Sure, nothing will go wrong.
What could go wrong?
We're probably travelling probably 3 different cabs, which we'll pick up. We'll leave the house, walk to 3 different cab ranks. We'll split and go 3 different cab ranks.
So, about 10:15, you start leaving in your cabs. You're going the other way. You're not going towards the spaceport. You're going away from it through the next area. You're going to be going direct to a private little spaceport. You're heading up towards a Cloud9 district, basically. So this is, as I say, all your smart nightclubs are, your casinos, hotels. So this is where often people of means will be coming in and out to visit places. And you are dropped off outside a facility, and there's a guy in a little booth on the gate. And he says, good evening, can I help you?
Are you Raymond?
Yes, I am.
I'll give him all the details that we were told to give him.
All right. He has a little look around, left and right. He says, oh, come through this way, just through here, please. And he doesn't take you through the main door. You go through a little side door, down a corridor, down some stairs, through another door, and into a docking bay where you see Tug and what is loosely described as a spaceship. Some people might describe it as 50,000 rivets flying in close formation.
Oh, it's a Chinook.
The one you came in on, the Bug, was wasn't new, but it was, reasonably old. But this is verging on the vintage, and Tug is proudly buffing a bit of the superstructure as you come through.
You don't want to polish that bit too hard, you might go right through it.
What a piece of junk.
Oh, Tug, she's a beauty.
There's plenty of life left in the old girl yet. We've been together best part of 40 years now. He pats the side of the ship. All right, let's get you aboard and settled in. We should be ready for takeoff in about 30 minutes.
Sounds good.
So, you stow your gear, you settle in. It's pretty much the same layout as the Bug. You've got your flight deck up front, you've got a crew area, then there's some bunks, shower room, that kind of stuff. Not such a big freight area on this one as with the Bug. These all ships are all much of a muchness. And Tug's voice comes over the tannoy. Ready for takeoff, 5 minutes, please buckle up.
All right, let's get strapped in.
I shall look over at Eric and go, I wonder where he keeps his tentacled monster on this one.
Eric shudders and says, just don't. I'm just staying here. I'm not looking round at anything. Last time you sent me to the engine room, that thing dropped on my neck.
What's the chance of it happening twice?
About 3 to 1, I reckon. Aris would have worked that out. to the last decimal place. So the familiar feel of the engine starting up, the doors opening, the strange feeling in the pit of your stomach as the ship lurches up and your gravity system kicks in, and the ship slowly nudges forward out of the dream and into the wide black yonder. And once again, as you come out, you marvel at the size of Prospero's dream. It's one of those things, when you're in it, you don't really appreciate it. But this is a huge structure in space. And it looks quite pretty with all the little lights twinkling and everything else.
And that little green cloud over one patch.
Yep.
Yes, there's one little bit of lights that aren't on, so you know. All right, so you've got 4 days until you get to the jump gate to spend at your leisure. Todd, I thought one thing you could be doing, you've got Mrs. K's notes about the point striking Marmalade and all that, so you can be studying those. I'm sure you can grab someone to practice on.
I was actually just going to say the same thing. If I got notes to, I'll borrow somebody to practice on.
Okay.
Probably Al. Al looks
I
like
was going to say Al would volunteer. Try and pick up some unarmed techniques. Yeah.
So what we'll do there for Todd is we'll give you another +5 on your hand-to-hand combat bonus, and with that idea of if you get a good roll, and you can be very, very specific in what you're hitting and what the effect is, because I think you're probably on a +15 already, aren't you? I think, or something.
I'm master, so +20.
Oh, okay. So you get an extra 5.
That was the one thing I thought I'll go for. I don't like firearms. They're too noisy.
I don't like punching, it's too quiet.
We've got to have balance in all things. Demolitions expert on the space station. Great. You're going to come into your own on a planet, though, so, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's go and do something on a planet. We haven't got to worry about fires.
There was, by the way, because you're still sifting through all the media output for the incident, the Copper Lane incident, there was also 1 or 2 brief mentions of the monorail, some sort of attack on the monorail. Part of that had been blown, so your explosives did work.
Does it say how expensive it will be to repair?
Millions.
Yes, this is what we like.
The whole thing in general. So you've contributed in some way to the tax rate going up next year. So, I wouldn't let too many people know.
Can I get a report to Naylor?
Yeah.
Just to let him know that we've left. The reasons why we think we've disrupted enough.
Yeah, Mrs. K will be on that as well, because obviously she's in close contact with him.
And if he wants us to pop in and pick up our medals, well,
yeah, we'll send him the postal address for the medals.
Chocolate medals, probably. So you have a few quite relaxing days, actually. I mean, this will probably do you good anyway. In fact, you can all have 2 stress points back. I think everyone was on full HP, but if not, you're all back on your full HP now.
can we drop below 2?
No, you're always on 2.
It says start at 2, doesn't it? So we can't go lower than that anyway.
No.
So back to normal.
A slight sense of stress is considered normal when you're on a small tin can in the immense vastness of the cosmos.
Yeah. Even if Todd goes through his full stand-up routine for him on one night.
I think they might be putting him out the escape hatch if you...
I think that's going to be, the stress is going to go up, if anything.
Day 4, you arrive at the jump gate. Coordinates are transmitted. And you buckle up again. Now, remember, when you jump, when you go through the gates, all the windows are closed effectively. The blinds are drawn, the shields are down, the curtains are drawn, because no one wants to see what jump space looks like. There have been lots of disturbing stories and rumours.
I'm going to put a sleep mask on as well, just in case a window blind comes open.
Through you go, and you get that strange dislocation as well, almost like your body's being stretched out across a distance of light years, and then it suddenly all snaps back together like an elastic band, and you come to with a jolt as you exit the jump gate at the other end. 1 or 2 of you are probably a bit sick. 1 or 2 of you might have a headache. Tug is taking this all in his stride. He's an old pilot. He's seen it all, done it all. In fact, he's been regaling you with stories across the whole trip so far. About the time of Demos 4 when they hit an asteroid shower, that kind of thing.
I was going to say, yeah, if he'd been up to it over the full days, I'll spend a little bit of time on the cockpit with him.
Mhm.
Just another ship, different controls, just to.
Yep. It's all basic stuff, but
Yeah.
you get the sense very quickly that despite his appearance and despite the odd snifters he's taking from time to time from a little flask he's got concealed down the side of his chair, this guy knows what he's doing. So you feel confident in his abilities. So you're in the next system, and Todd, you've probably spent a little bit of time with Tug. You know, he's looking a little bit concerned.
Are we in the right place, Tug?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Going through the jump seems to have done something. I'm just running some diagnostics.
Okay, anything I can help with?
Well, just keep an eye on things. Just keep an eye on the instrumentation. If you see anything unusual, then let me know.
Last time I did this, there was a black tentacled monster in the vents.
Are you saying that to him?
Just mumbling it to myself if he hears it.
Right. Well, he kind of looks at you and says, "Oh yeah, that was like on Phobos 6. Yeah, we have one of those." So you're watching. He's running a diagnostic. Everyone else is sitting around reading a magazine, that kind of thing. There's a sudden loud bang, and the ship shudders. The whole length of the ship shudders. If you're not buckled up or if you're standing up, you likely do a Star Trek into the wall and then back again. Todd, you do notice something unusual. There appears to be some smoke coming out of the instrument panel, and Tug is going, fuck, 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 fuck.
I'll grab the extinguisher if there is one close by. There should be something in the cockpit. I'll give it a as needed, and then waft the smoke away and see what dials are not working.
None of them. None of them are working.
Ooh, are we dead in the water?
Well, you've got Tug working on it. If you want a system as well, let me make a piloting roll and let me know what you get.
This is going to be what's piloting. It's definitely not strength, is it? It's going to be intellect. Yeah, 29.
Okay. Well, you reckon, and Tug agrees. It looks like the ship's mainframe has fouled and is in the process of diverting all power to the propulsion and navigation systems. That means power to the life support systems will be powered down within, you reckon, you've maybe got 2 or 3 hours.
I'll see if I can jury rig a patch into the computer system and see if I can bypass it or at least stop life support from getting shut down. I've got a jury rigging, so if I do the jury rigging first.
Would you like to make a roll, please?
74 on a 64.
Oh, unlucky.
And Al, come and have a look. I have jury rigging as well. Can I lend a hand?
And so do I.
Al?
No, not quite.
While they'll jury rigging via computer, I'll go and see what I can do manually. Jury rigging by pulling this cable off and connecting it to that one, and I'll do a physical bypass.
Okay. Are you going to ask Eric to go and check the engine room?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to, Eric, want to?
He says, no, I fucking can't.
I'll come with you.
All right.
I know why. I'll come with you.
All right, so you're heading down with him to the engine room, and yeah, do you want to make a roll there?
Probably not.
Target 60, and you rolled 73. Okay, so you all try, and Tug is trying too, but to no avail. Tug does manage to work out that you've got probably 3 hours, 10 minutes life support left.
What have we got in the way of suits?
Yeah, there'll be some vac suits, they're standard. They'll have oxygen tank maybe for an hour.
Okay, I take it that Danielle has not been in space or anything before.
Well, technically she has been in space just because you're on the station.
Technically, we're all in space.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll make sure that she's got into a suit, ready, and knows what to do to switch over to the oxygen if need be.
Okay, well done. Well done. Good thinking. In terms of her skills, she's mostly street smarts, that kind of thing. Not really any technical skills as such. Some social skills, and certainly things like theft, and can look after herself in a bar fight type skills.
Al will ask Tug what he thinks is happening. I mean, Al's got a lot of experience shipbreaking and doing mechanics and that kind of thing.
Eric's a pretty good engineer as well, so
Yeah, well, he says that's basically what it is. Somehow going through the jump gate, it somehow clicked the mainframe into diverting the power. And the good news is we've got power and we can navigate. The bad news is it's drawing all that energy off the other systems. Obviously, life support being the vital one.
All right, see if you can find somewhere with an atmosphere,
Okay.
and we'll see about point us towards an atmosphere. We'll see about trying to reroute power. Have you got emergency power supplies or anything like that?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, you've got scanners and all that sort of thing. And once he sets the navigation thing, because you've got your navigation is working, so he can pinpoint pretty much what system you're in. And he brings up 2 planets within that travel time. You don't have time to get back to the gate. You're about 5 hours away from the gate, but there are 2 planets within an hour or 2 hours. One is a gaseous planet, mostly made of hydrogen and helium.
Right. Can anyone breathe helium?
that doesn't sound good enough.
The second planet is what's known as a panthalastic planet, an ocean planet. It's about 95% water and 5% land mass. It's got a breathable atmosphere, so what they know as a Class M.
Set a course for that.
Al, once you set a course for it and you've got all the details, can you get a message out to your boys
Yeah, I'll do that.
and let them know
Tell them where we are, that we've run into
and
trouble.
where we're likely to be?
Yeah.
And with a 5% land mass, as long as it's not a huge planet, they won't have to search
Not
too
much.
far.
If we can set up a beacon, I imagine from our military days we'll have like frequencies and code phrases that we can communicate, so they know that scan on this frequency.
Yep, that's no problem. Yep. You can get all that out. Again, that's going to take a while. That's got to go back through the gate and etc. etc. But that will be on the way.
And so this is a couple of hours away, and we've got a couple of hours, 3
Couple
hours.
of hours. Can we just manually rewire life support to be connected to navigation?
That's what I tried to do. That was what I yeah.
Well, have you had a proper engineer have a go?
No. It made it.
This isn't another safe.
I was just.
Did I mention, by the way, you can have, as everyone failed their roles as well, and for the situation, you can all have 2 stress points.
Just for 2. Well, if we can make this place okay, we can maybe try and get the ship fixed so there, but it might be easier to fix it on the ground if we can get something temporary, just if we need it. But we've got an hour in the suits anyway.
Yeah, we've got a window with the suit oxygen.
Aidan, can you roll a percentage dice for me, please? Tell me what you get.
A percentage. 82.
Okay. Thank you. What you can do is confirm the problem. It's definitely that. Yeah. It's not going to be fixable in space in the amount of time you've got. You need, basically, it's like my car. I had to take the instrument dashboard out and send it off to get the dry joint resoldered because it kept flashing up all the lights and all that sort of stuff. It's one of those jobs. The whole instrument panel has to come out.
Definitely a computer problem. Jury rigging physically is not gonna happen. So let's concentrate on getting there safely and conserve oxygen. Have we got any suppressants, sedatives on board? Just thinking about putting the non-essential and people to sleep.
When you say put to sleep,
Conserve oxygen. Oh,
There'll be a general first aid kit and whatever you've got with you. So the general first aid kit will be some stim packs, bandages, that kind of thing.
Can we get Tug to start talking us through landing and if shit goes wrong, crash landing procedure?
Yes. So what you do is you put your seatbelt on, you take your position in the seat, you bend forward.
And kiss your ass for well, goodbye.
There you go. Put your head between your knees and kiss your ass
I
goodbye.
knew that was coming.
I'll get us down. Don't you worry, son. I'll get us down.
as long as you can hit that 5% mass, we're okay.
Mm.
But it's flying all right though, anyway, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. She's handling. She's
Fine,
handling okay at the moment. I told you
So
she won't let us down. Old Betty won't let us down. Aris pipes up at this point because he's been doing a little bit of research on his computer. Seems there's a research outpost on this planet
Of course there is. What company?
in the northern hemisphere. Well, it's not named, which is a little bit unusual.
does that mean it's on the landmass?
I assume so. Yeah.
So, and so we know the landmass is in the northern hemisphere of the planet.
Hmm.
That'll help Tug.
I think we aim for that. Either they help us, or if they don't, they're scientists and they're pushovers.
Not necessarily if they're out in the middle of nowhere.
If Tug can put it down quite safely, it might be worth putting it down perhaps a little bit away from them, so they've got a hike to us a bit, rather than right on their doorstep.
Yeah, a bit of distance, but aim for that continent rather than
20
a different
clicks
one.
or so.
There's not even a continent really. Yes, it's what you've got again. Aris will pull up the schematic. Is a series of small-ish islands, basically. He can pinpoint it. They'll have a beacon. Everything is required to have something like that. That will at least should reassure you to some extent that it's not totally dark, if you know what I mean.
How big's that island? Can we get in it? That the research station is on?
About a mile across, something like that. Okay, so the planet soon comes into view and grows, of course, as you get nearer. A sparkling blue jewel set amongst the blackness of space. Very nice.
What's the weather like when we hit atmosphere?
Quite cloudless. So you're guessing this is quite warm, maybe sort of tropical kind of environment?
Oh, good. Just what I was hoping it would
Sure,
be.
we brought the Hawaiian shirts.
I'd rather have tropical than cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not Arctic.
No, we're not really prepared for that because we're travelling light. So
I've spent some time in an Arctic world before. You do not want to go there unprepared.
So, Tug begins the descent. The shields come down as you hit the atmosphere. You get the juddering and jarring of the ship. It's quite alarming on this ship because the inertial dampeners are very old models. You know, the suspension's a bit ropey, so things are rattling around. Your teeth are rattling around. All the crockery's rattling around in the galley, that kind of stuff. And you come through into a bright blue sky, and spread below you is an azure sea with a number of tiny islands dotted across it.
I'm going to go up front with him, obviously, in case he needs help. But I'm also going to look. I want to look for this research station and get a physical, proper eyeball on it to get a sense of it.
Well, as you come down lower, you can pick out the island. It's about 3 miles long and a couple of miles wide. You can't actually make out any details, but it looks like white sand, palm trees, that kind of setup. And Tug begins the landing run. He's lining the ship up. He's having a bit of trouble. The controls are being a bit erratic. There's some of the other systems are shutting down. Luckily the navigation is still going, but he's really having to fight to bring the ship down in a smooth landing.
I'll do what I can to help him with if it comes to shutting off vital systems that are not needed, to make things do whatever.
Okay.
Which want a nice clearing, probably.
It's all pretty much beach. The island is a beach, in effect. Life's a beach. Okay, well, with your assistance, Tug brings it in, and you come to a slightly bumpy landing. It's certainly not the smoothest, but given the circumstances, it's a very good landing. And the ship plows through the soft sand and comes to a halt. No one's injured. Everyone's okay. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief, I imagine.
I'm gonna de-suit.
Okay. Yes, the first thing you notice is the temperature. It is tropical, so you can feel that inside the ship, much like today.
I like that you're keeping the environments we're in similar.
It only got to 37 degrees here.
Yeah. Well, you probably got that here, but you've got a nice cooling sea breeze as well and that sort of stuff.
That's nice.
Well, I was going to make sure he's got his shotgun on him, and then get ready to scope out where we've landed. Is there any damage to the ship, first of all?
Well, I was going to say, Al, if you want to check perimeter and security wise,
Yeah.
I'll wander around with Eric and Aidan and Tug, and we'll see what state the ship's in.
I'll get Aris to come with me.
All right, Daniel kind of stay where she is. She'll stay up front and keep an eye out through the cockpit there. Al and Aris are going to open the airlock and set foot outside. Okay, so you've got your shotgun with you, said, and Aris will be armed as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the door hisses open, and the first thing you notice is that lovely breeze and the salty smell of the sea. And given that you've been you've been on a space station for a couple of weeks, you've been on a ship for weeks before that, this is the most refreshing breath of air you've taken in quite some time.
Probably the first time he's felt sunlight in several months.
Yes, you probably put your eyes up to the glare and all that kind of thing. Or if you got a pair of Ray-Bans.
He only packed the essential items, so he has brought the aviators, yes.
So the steps unfold and you walk down and your feet sink into the soft, warm sand. You've got the sound of small waves gently breaking on the shore. You've got white powder sand that stretches to either side and a turquoise sea that glimmers in the sunlight. There's no sign of any buildings or anything. The only movement you see is here and there. You've got some small crabs scurrying about the sand. And there's seabirds, types of seagulls gliding overhead on the breeze.
I'll follow the security team out, but I'm going to go up onto the top of the ship, so I get a high view, and I can check out what's damaged on top and keep an eye on them while they're walking around and while the others are doing downstairs checks on the ship. So we're not surprised by anything.
Okay, so Al and Aris make a perimeter of the ship. There's nothing obvious in sight. However, Todd, from your vantage point up there, you do notice a little bit off to the north, there's a large sand dune set back a bit from the sea with what looks like a large metal bulkhead in its side, reflecting in the sunlight.
Whip out a pair of binoculars and have a closer look.
Yep, it's definitely a bulkhead door, large metal bulkhead door in some sort of entrance way into the side of the dune.
Do the binoculars have a range finder on them? Are they?
You would say probably half a mile, maybe tops.
I'll relay that down to Al, who's ground level.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that, Al, or you and Harris.
Yeah. Copy that.
I tell you, we've all got comms now, haven't we? Because we bought enough for everybody.
Yes, you're all commed up.
I'm guessing I can't see it even when it's been pointed out from the ground.
You can kind of make out the dune, but maybe you get a glint of a reflection at the right angle, but you can't really see much more than that.
I'd say if anybody's coming out to help us, I think they'd be coming from that way.
Yeah, that's got to be the lab.
Report from inside the ship. The structure of the ship seems okay. Obviously, there's the computer issue, but generally speaking, the ship looks to be all right. If we can get the computer system sorted out, then we should be okay to go. Nothing's broken.
Are you good on that, Aidan and Eric?
Yeah, I'll sort of mess around with the computer system, see if I can get it all up and running.
If we get it out and see what we need, then we can, you know, either rob it from something non-essential, or go knock on the door and say, yeah, have you got a spare one of these we can borrow?
Scrumption bracket.
Yeah.
There's no way they didn't see us come down.
No, not if they're that close and we've landed here. They'd have felt it. Is the front of our ship pointing towards it, or the back of our ship?
The front of your ship is pointing, because Tug brought you in right on point.
So we were coming towards it. Yeah, I think they'd have still felt it.
I mean, as you'll all know, every base, every ship is going to have some form of radar type apparatus going, just as a matter of course. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't see a sign of any landing strip or anything like that as you came in, which might be a little bit unusual.
We didn't spot anything on one of the other islands as we were coming in that could have been a...
No, everything else, no sign of anything other than trees and sand and water.
I think they know we're here. If I was them, I would come and investigate, and with a display of force potentially.
Yeah,
So I think if they come with some kind of security force, that's whatever they come with. I think we can assume is similar to what they have. If they send over the temp, we know they're a pushover.
Where's the sun at the moment on this planet?
Where's the sun?
And is there anyone?
Yeah, are we sort of midday-ish?
Yeah, midday-ish. Yeah. As you're looking up in the sky, actually, you're sort of shading your eyes and looking at that, you do notice the seagulls have all grouped together. There's a lot of squawking going on, and they all suddenly fly in unison to the north, which is away from the ocean. So if the ocean is to your right, all the seagulls are heading left.
Yeah, I'm going to look towards the ocean and see, is there a large wave or anything heading towards us, creature-wise? I'm also going to relay this to Al down front and everybody else.
Yeah, something's happening.
Al and Aris have noticed down on the beach the crabs have all suddenly disappeared as well. It's all gone very quiet.
Do we lock ourselves in, or do we get out and move off the beach?
Does Tug think this thing could withstand a wave?
Or does it look like a large megalotron? You know, like the wave of something coming towards us with the bell.
Well, as you're sort of talking about this over your comms, you guys outside and Todd up on top, this will make you stagger back a bit. In fact, you end up going to your knees to save going over the edge of the ship. A sudden breeze comes in from the north and picks up speed. It's quite a powerful stream of wind going out towards the sea. As you look, the turquoise waters race away from the shore as if the water is being pulled back into the depths.
Some kind of tide?
Yeah, this is a
Tsunami?
Yeah.
That's when you see it. Out on the distant horizon, a huge wall of water.
Okay, everybody grab your go bags and we head towards that bunker.
Yep. Just go.
Just go.
Can everyone take a stress point, please? So, you're going to grab your gear. Obviously, Daniel's coming with you. Tug is like, he doesn't want to leave the ship. It's his ship. What does he do?
I'm going to scoop up some bottles of water and food as well.
Okay. What are you going to do with Tug?
Just show him. Do you think this thing can take a tsunami? Could barely take a landing.
You can hear it now, a distant rumble.
I think we get out the ship, seal it up, shut the door. If it survives, we can come back to it. But I think we're better out of it because I've got a feeling this is going to get washed over.
All right. Well, he begrudgingly agrees. He grabs some stuff and is coming with you. So the seven of you are now racing up the beach towards this large dune with the door in the side.
Yep.
And as someone looks over their shoulder, this wall of water is a couple of 100 meters high at least at this stage, or that's how it looks from here anyway. And it is moving with surprising speed towards you. You race up to a thick metal door weathered badly by salt in the air. From the patina and rust around the large rivets and the hand-wheel lock, you estimate the door has not been opened in a while. The ominous roar of the wave is rushing closer like a faceless monster closing in on its victims. You are consumed with the fear of drowning, a horrible way to die. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.